Ja, wunderbar. Es ist mir eine Freude, heute das Theaterstück Mondnacht von Stanislav Lem hier auf
So, the audio play Moon Knight by Stanislav M. here on the stage with the three actors, Yule, Tama, and Ted. Have fun, you guys.
Was gibst du mir da?
What are you giving me? Brekkie again? The container is already full of brekkie. Don't we have any fake cheese?
No, I've counted 180 samples. On average, they're 400 gram. This makes 70 kilo at all in all, right?
70 kilos here, but on Earth that's 6 times as much. Where does the diabass come from?
It doesn't close properly.
Ist schon zu.
It's already close from the last sampling site. He broke his drill last there.
The last stone and the last row. Shit, that moon dust is penetrating everything.
I'll turn on the fume cupboard. How much water do we still have?
Wie viel Wasser haben wir noch?
Water?
Do you want to drink something? Take a Coke, it's in the refrigerator.
I don't want to drink. I just want to bathe.
I'm only gonna shower. I'll take a bath at home. In 318 hours. And as soon as they pulled us out of the water, I want a beer. I'm not craving anything more than I crave a beer. Why am I not allowed to drink beer here?
Because Houston is the last place on Earth where Puritan ethics are still continue. Even low percentage alcoholic beverage
Stop
are
it.
detrimental
Just turn
for
on
the mind.
Radio. The connection with Houston starts in a minute. The last one.
Hallo? Hier Houston.
Hello, this is Houston. Houston speaking.
Can you hear me, boys? Over.
Yeah, that's Mills from the moon. Good evening. Damn.
You're sneezing, Mills? Did you catch a cold? I'm gonna give you Dr. Freegood. Hey, Tom, come over here. There's a cold on the moon.
I don't have a cold. That's just the dust. The samples, you know. We're just done with packing the samples. The moon mainly consists of dust and stones, in case you didn't know.
All right. We still have 10 minutes. The libration brings you into the radio shadow at 21 hours 27. Do you want to listen to the newest news? We have a tape with the evening news from NBC from Washington for you.
News? We can listen to them if they're good.
You joke. I'm going to turn on the news now, and 3 minutes before fading, we'll say goodnight for the last time. Understood? Over.
Okay, but if Blob wants to add something...
No, everything's okay. Thanks.
I'm going to play the band for you. The tape for you. This is Washington speaking. We are giving you a summary of the newest news. New York. The alarm caused by an anonymous phone call that a nuclear bomb with a timer is in a luggage rack in Grand Central Terminal has been resolved happily. Police found the bomb, which had not exploded. Experts claim terrorists had been cheated. Someone sold them contaminated uranium isotopes. During the panic on the exit streets, 13 people died. 37 were injured. The situation in Lima has grown more dire. General Diaz has not, as we claimed in the afternoon news, taken power after the coup. Rather, kidnappers did so, which in his name, which barricaded themselves in Parliament and took the members of both chambers as hostages. The House of Representatives is apparently in the plenary hall, while the Senate is in the cellar of the building. As General Diaz is being supported by the majority of the Senate, we do not, as of now, know if General Diaz is a rebel kidnapped by terrorists or legal head of government. Washington. Tonight, the newest computer of Bell Telephone Corporation has been destroyed by a power pulse. After, according to unconfirmed reports, former employees of the company who lost their job due to the activation of the new device destroyed the computer. Dr. Buckman, the unofficial speaker of employees of Bell Telephones, explained, however, in a press conference that this computer has the ability to liquidate itself, and this would be the first case of a computer suicide. At 10 p.m., we will send an interview with Dr. Buckman, who claims that the newest computers are a threat to the public.
Hallo? Hier spricht
This
Houston,
is
nicht?
Houston, it's me again. There have been some more tensions and clashes in various parts of the world. We still have 4 minutes left. Do you want to continue listening to the news, boys, or do you want to keep talking? Over.
Thanks for the news. That stuff about the computer probably is not true. Our computer is really behaving wonderful. Listen, are the start preparation really done? Everything okay?
Everything okay. You can stay calm. Tom and James will replace you with the punctuality of the pre-war railway. Aren't you sorry to leave the moon and its beautiful landscapes?
Oh yeah, but it's pretty boring here. Some of us are complaining about the lack of beer.
Well, then some of you would be wrong, because you couldn't even drink beer there. There's not enough gravity. The entire beer would turn to foam and leak.
What are you saying? Did you try that?
That's a state secret. Boys, 2 more minutes until fading. I'm looking at the oscilloscope and I'm already seeing the carrier wave getting weaker. If you want to transmit anything, then you need to talk faster. Over.
Here everything's normal. We are preparing for the last moon night.
Well, then we wish you a good moon night. Over.
Yeah, see you on the Earth, and tell the people on the airplane carrier they should keep a large storage of beer.
Probably did not hear that.
Danish.
I probably did not hear that.
Really, you think so?
Yeah. Did you hear it? As the carrier wave, I can emphasize it a little bit.
So ist das nun.
There you hear the old Earth.
Was machen wir jetzt?
Soon we'll finish. If we dip deeper into the horizon, well, turn it off. It's not worth because of the electricity. Well, that's that. That's life. What do we do now? I don't know, I'm not even tired. Maybe some poker?
Oh no, you're always winning anyway.
Because you can't bluff. But you can learn everything. Want to play?
No, I don't want to. The cards are falling so incredibly slowly that you're seeing everything.
So what? You want to tell me something? Use poker, the moon gravitation to scam you in poker?
I would say you have to listen to the rules, and now we have to listen to the.
Well, what a pity. What a pity.
Attention, this is Monder speaking. It is 21:29 Greenwich time and the first hour of moon night. I am giving you the current notifications. Due to libration movement of the moon, the station has fallen below the radio horizon and will be without connection to Earth for 147 hours. Temperature outside of station has fallen to minus 139 degrees. During the last hour, 3 very weak and distant meteorite impacts have been registered. I am giving the current levels of devices at the station. Water in the main tank, 2,970 liters. 3,148 liters in the sanitary container. Temperature at 19 degrees Celsius. 23%.
Damn it.
Oxygen content.
Turn it off.
Mercaptan,
Or I'm just gonna go take a bath.
Then can't you listen to it just a few more minutes?
Mit dem Computer?
energy usage is at 116 ampere. Energy reserve is 1,570 ampere hours.
I would turn it off, wouldn't you?
I remind the
Then keep it down at least.
water and energy.
And nonetheless, I bathe.
The extra
Why are you arguing with the computer? You're really arguing.
Nothing relaxes me more than a bath.
state of oxygen reserves.
Emergency 107 in Kraft.
Was sagst du da? Was für eine Gefahr?
What are you talking about? What kind of what's happening?
No, the attention, notification outside of proper procedure. Attention, I am declaring emergency state 1. Attention, I am declaring emergency state 1 and activating rule E for emergency 107.
What is telling me? What kind of danger? What's it about?
Attention, oxygen pressure in the main container is falling at a average rate of 9 to 9.76 kilopascal per minute.
The oxygen, the pressure is dropping?
Attention, I am activating emergency rule E for emergency 107. At 21:40 hours, the oxygen pressure in main container was at 190 kilopascal. At this time, it is at 112 kilopascal.
The oxygen is leaking? Really? A leakage? Where?
The seals of the main pipes A27, the central high pressure valve, and the seals of B, D, and H18 are within the norm. Pressure in the main container keeps falling. It is a current 103 kilopascal.
Why within the norm? If the pressure is dropping, just pump the oxygen into the reserve container.
According to point 1 of rule E for emergency 107, I am pumping oxygen from the main into the reserve container. The pressure in the reserve container is at 89 kilopascal. Oxygen pressure in the main container keeps falling. It is at 70 kilopascal currently.
Really, it's dropping that fast? How is that? Did the container burst?
The accelerated pressure loss in the main container is due to pumping oxygen into the reserve container. The pressure gauges do not indicate any deviation from the norm. The oxygen pressure in the main container is currently at 66 kilopascal.
Where does it leak? Where? Answer.
Indications are insufficient. Attention, the reserve container is filled to the brim with oxygen. The pressure in the reserve container is at 90 kilopascal. Pressure in the main container continues to fall. It is at a current 57 kilopascal.
It's still falling at such speed that there must be a leakage. But where? If the high pressure valves are safe, then it must be the reducing valves. The valves. Why aren't you answering?
The indicator shows full seal of the reductor and the reductor valves. The muffles and at the junctions do not indicate any tension. The pressure in the main container continues to fall. It is at current 50 kilopascal.
And within the reserve container?
It is unchanged in the reserve container at 90 kilopascal.
Sing. Mundo, for how many hours does the oxygen leave us for breathing in the reserve container?
At a conservative consumption rate, according to the extraordinary rule E for emergency, The contents of the reserve container suffice for 2 people for 140 hours.
That's damn low. Just pump more oxygen into it before it's completely gone. Just pump as much as possible.
The reserve container is calculated for a maximum pressure of 85 kilopascal. According to Rule E for Emergency 107, I have exceeded the allowed pressure in the reserve container by 5 kilopascal to maximize oxygen reserves. And a further increase of pressure could make the container burst. Attention! The current notification in the context of the Rule E for Emergency 107, pressure in the main container continues to fall. It is at current 41 kilopascal.
The oxygen is still dropping and leaking. Why don't you do anything? Where is it leaking?
Indications are insufficient. Attention, I am now activating rescue instruction for Rule E for Emergency 107. Section oxygen loss and asphyxiation danger. The pressure in main container keeps dropping for unknown reasons. Currently it is at 32 kilopascal. Steady loss assume pressure in the main container will lower to 0 in 9 to 10 minutes. I repeat, assuming steady loss, pressure in the main container will go to 0 in 9 to 10 minutes. Indicators A, B, D, and groups H26 are within norm. The seals at the pipes in front of and behind the reductor are within the norm. The reductor and the high-pressure valves of the reduction valves are within the norm.
Everything within the norm, only oxygen is leaking? Yes?
Indeed. Since the indicator systems only control the exposed parts of the container and the feeding tubes, there is the possibility listed in the main disaster program, section 8, subsection 12, paragraph 4, that the bottom armor of the oxygen container has burst in a spot where it touches immediately onto the moon rock. The possibility that the bottom armor of the oxygen container burst has been judged to be 1 to 400 billion. Attention, I am giving you the running notification as part of the rescue instruction of Rule E for Emergency 107.
What? A rescue instruction? That's a death instruction.
Main container
Can't we just increase the pressure in the reserve container?
A further increase of pressure at the reserve container by 1 more kilopascal increases the chance for bursting of the container by the third power.
What about the rescue instruction? Munda!
It's a lovely day.
Activated rescue instruction for Rule E for Emergency 107. Point 01 of instruction. Since human organism in sleep mode uses least amount of oxygen, everybody is recommended to lie on their back, relax their muscles, breathe slowly and no more than 14 times per minute, and think of happy or at least neutral things as every mental excitation.
Think about happy things. Listen, pump at least 200 pounds of oxygen into the reserve container. I order you to do that immediately. Just turn off the compressor. Listen.
I cannot execute this command as I am constrained by Rule E for Emergency 107. According to the rescue instruction, I can tell you where the rule constraining me is. You can also turn me off entirely and act under your own responsibility. I would advise against that, however, as parameters of oxygen loss indicate that oxygen is lost more quickly than you would be able to turn off said constraint.
Well, at least that's clear. Blob! Blob!
What's going on? Why are you shouting? I want to shower. I'm coming right out.
I don't want to shower. I want to live.
What's going on? What's up with you? How do you look?
We're looking the same. The oxygen is leaking. The whole oxygen has leaked from the container.
The entire oxygen? That's a stupid joke.
You don't believe it? Then listen.
Attention, this is Monder speaking. Rescue instructions for Rule E for Emergency 107. Highest alarm on the station. Pressure of oxygen in the main container is currently at 8 kilopascal. Pressure in the main container is falling continuously but more slowly. According to the pressure gauge, the main container is not fully sealed. The leak has not been found due to insufficient indications.
God damn it, just turn off this gibberish. We have to think about what we should do. I have not yet ordered my thoughts, but okay, so no oxygen anymore in the main container, but in the reserve container there's something left?
Yeah, according to the computer, the oxygen is enough for 140 hours.
140 hours for 2 people?
Yes, for 2. We can confirm that with Monder. How long do we have with the oxygen?
This is Monder talking. Oxygen in the reserve container lasts for 140 hours for 2 people at minimum consumption and maximum conservation. And for 1 person, 280 hours. I continue with rescue instructions for Rule E for Emergency 107. As the human organism in sleep mode uses the least amount of oxygen, all people on the station are recommended to lie on their backs, relax, breathe at most 14 times per minute, and think of happy things.
Well, let's think happy thoughts. 140 hours. So, and the rocket comes in 190 hours. We're not gonna make it.
Yeah, looks like it.
How did this happen so suddenly?
I don't know. And he doesn't know. Insufficient indications. Oh, you know that song? Not. It seems like the. Something is leaking, but that's not important anymore. Oh, well, then we lie down. Oh, on the back, relaxing the muscles.
But why? Why the fuck? Even if we, at the most conservative estimation, we only have 140 hours. If the rocket comes 50 hours later, so instead of suffocating, what we should do is, suffocating and thinking happy thoughts, and what we should do is find a solution.
Yeah, we can try to find, but please get some clothes.
What? Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about this. I'm still naked. Wait, I'll just put something on. More important, now, keep calm.
Oh, take care. You're just taking the shirt over your legs.
What the fuck? That's my favorite shirt. Now I'm ready.
Now you can do whatever you think is right, but I'm gonna lie down. I can talk when I'm lying. That's why we have the rules, to follow them.
Attention, I am giving a special notification as part of Rule E for Emergency 107. Pressure of oxygen in the main container has fallen below 4 kilopascal. As this pressure is no longer sufficient for feeding the station, I am switching to the reserve container. Attention, I am continuing with rescue instruction for Rule E for Emergency 107. As long as highest alarm continues, it is not recommended to take a snack, especially no protein with high calories, as digestion increases metabolic basal rate.
Why did you turn off the computer?
Listen, we have to get a connection to Houston to get the start of the rocket earlier.
You're forgetting that we don't have a connection to Houston.
Damn it. Monder, do we have a connection to Houston?
This is Monder talking. Station is currently in radio shadow below moon horizon due to libration movement. radio silence will, as of the current moment, last for 147 hours. I continue with rescue instruction for Rule E for emerg.
7 hours too many. Besides, anyways, we'll die. Well, so what's up, Mills, huh?
Just lie down.
To the endless rest? I still can't do that. Damn. The station. We have to have some oxygen in the station. Maybe from a spacesuit. Where are they?
There are only 2 left, and in each of them are 8 pounds oxygen.
But the empty ones. We could have filled them with oxygen before it left the container. But I mean, why didn't we do that?
Just calm down. Just yesterday, you have just emptied all empty bottles just next to that thing next to the Torricelli.
Nonetheless, you know what? I will try to contact Houston. So what do you think about this?
But it's below the radio horizon. Wow.
Well, at least we can try it. Hello? Houston, please contact us. Here is the moon speaking. We have a serious problem. Houston, do you hear us? Houston, we are in mortal danger. Sour oxygen has leaked. Houston, the devil.
Just stop it. Lie down. Don't move.
And if I lie down, what's that gonna change?
It's increasing our chance.
You think so? And why?
Because the rocket can arrive earlier.
Well, you don't believe that yourself. You know what?
What?
We have to do something. I'm telling you immediately. But I'm not telling you not immediately. But we should consider all our possibilities.
What do you want to say?
Exactly.
Don't count on me. I have a wife and children.
Well, I'm not trying to persuade you to do something, but we could both.
Why both?
Well, there's a method, old and well known.
You mean drawing sticks?
Well,
it's not only about my family. It's against my conviction. That's not in the human beings should not do that themselves.
Does your dear God tell you this?
I think that's not the right moment to be joking about religion of other people.
I'm not making fun of you. Your faith forces you to love the others.
You don't really believe that.
Come on, stop. But you do.
Just stop. That's cynical and stupid.
Du kommst da nicht dran. Höchstens
Why are you standing up? Just stop. Just stop running around. Do you listen? You're using up our oxygen.
So what? It's not enough anyways.
You're using up my oxygen.
But how?
Because I am lying around according to the rules, and you are withdrawing from the rules. I am using up less and you more, but we should be equal in our use.
Well, I will suggest you a nicer topic that's more suited to the occasion. Let's write down our last will.
That's unnecessary because every word that we're speaking will be taken on the band.
I want to know where this recording is. I've never really cared for it.
Mondnacht,
This is Monder talking, yes?
You register all conversations?
No, in section 7 of my housing, there is a sealed container with a glass cover, which contains a recorder, cassettes, a cassette changer, and a separate source of energy. The recording is undeletable, and at every shift change of the station, the recording is brought to Earth and listened to in Houston.
Houston?
Indeed.
The recorder has an independent energy source. Why that?
The recorder is being fed power from its own micro-nuclear plant included in its armor, so that the recording survives even a catastrophe on the station, and the recording is separate from the electrical power supply of the station.
Oh, I understand. Somebody could cause a short circuit, and the recorder would stop. You thought about everything. And the lid? I'm sure it's not normal glass, isn't it?
The lid of the recorder is super strong armor glass. Attention, this is Munder speaking. I continue with the rescue instruction for Rule E for emergency.
What are you doing? Are you playing? Just leave the thing alone. Didn't you listen to what the computer said? You can't do that. You're breaking your fingernails.
I'm not breaking my fingernails because I ain't touching anything.
Just leave the recorder alone and lie down. Do you hear me?
I don't want to lie down. Besides, concentrate. Calm down, you're becoming aggressive.
Me.
Yeah, you, but so what? If I'm annoying you so much that I was thinking about the recorder, and we don't have to talk about it anymore, all right?
I think the best thing would be if we could just fall asleep, because while sleeping we're using up the least oxygen.
You could fall asleep? Wow, that is incredible.
We could take sleeping pills.
You think so? Oh well. All right, let's do that. Where is it? Where's the pharmacy?
Yeah, what you doing?
Well, you suggested here, Seconal.
That just leave the thing in and I'm taking them on my own.
There, already taken it. So what's up? What you looking at?
Just put the pill in your mouth, then I'm also doing it.
Here. Why aren't you swallowing?
Because we have to first chew on it.
But you're not chewing.
We are both swallowing them on command, right?
That's a crazy idea. But all right, if you want to do it. So 1, 2, 3.
You haven't really swallowed.
Because you haven't swallowed it either.
Because I don't trust you.
Well, I don't trust you.
Why?
Well, because you're a hypocrite. You ostentatively lay down to underline that you follow all the orders, but I don't. And then you start to denounce me.
What? Denouncing? What you talking about?
Oh, denouncing me with the command center in Houston. I'm not deaf, and neither deaf nor dumb, my dear. I saw the lid of the recorder, and I didn't touch it. And you claim that I tried to open it. Not enough with this. When I answered, that I didn't touch it. Then you scratched something behind my back, and this noise was recorded. You did this on purpose. Duval, you wanted to denounce me. And so I tried to open the recorder.
Yeah, because you tried that.
The expert will determine this. The noises were made from a bigger distance. They were just recorded differently. I was standing at the computer. You were laying, and you scratched with your fingernail something.
Yeah, that's stupid. You're imagining that. That's probably just a random noise. But I didn't notice that. So stop, please, talking like that. We know each other for a while, and you're impulsive, but you're independent of how this story turns out. And I'm turning to the good side of your nature. Please think about that. It would be awful if something was happening here that was going against our solidarity.
What do you want to do? Everyone of us has a good and a bad side. You're not holy either.
I don't claim that. I just want to suggest that we're trying to behave like the situation needs it, like rational people.
Oh, you've changed your mind.
I don't understand you.
Ah, so now you want to flip a coin.
No, and I beg you, please don't speak about it anymore.
Calm down. I didn't ask because you said so yourself. We have to be rational.
Yes,
Komm mir nicht zu nahe.
and it will not. You will not be able to get any word from me. I have here my.
You're going crazy without any reason. Because of a word? I'm sorry. If I misunderstood. Now I say we should lay down. And if you don't trust me, then lay down over there. From there you can see me. Even though you can be sure that I won't harm you whatsoever. What did you say? You're becoming pale and red from one second to the other. You want to take a sip of water? You just dropped a glass.
What? You liar! You dropped that glass.
How? I'm 3 steps away from you, and you were holding it in your hand.
You dropped it. You took it on purpose, and then you threw it to the ground because the noise will be registered, but not the image. You wanted to denounce me, but that won't happen.
Denounce you? Why? For heaven's sakes, because you dropped a glass? What a crime. Oh, wait, now I understand. You wanted to trick me. In front of the High Commission, Blob tried to get to the recorder,
Du lügst
but he couldn't. Then he dropped a glass and said that Mills dropped it because his hands were shaking. Ah, I see. Backstabbing Blob. So if Dr. Mills was only acting in self-defense, if you continue like this, but try to get to my good side, I don't know what's going to happen, especially as you're hiding there in your own quarters. You understand me?
Yes, I understand you. What, do you want to make a madman out of me, a paranoid? But that won't happen.
Why should I make a madman out of you? What will I gain?
You know what you gain from that.
No, I really don't.
I am completely normal,
All right.
which means I am following the rules.
All right. You are acting completely normal if you want to. I can repeat this as many times. Dr. Mills is behaving normal. You're behaving like a normal person. What am I gaining from this?
Do you really want that I say it?
But yes. I'm asking you for it.
Okay, what do you have in the pocket?
In which pocket? In this pocket where I have this handkerchief and $1, my car keys and the indicator. In the other pocket where I have a coin and a notebook. That's all. You can see it for yourself.
You have something else in there, something that's heavy, and it's making a lump. It's a pocket knife.
A pocket knife? Oh no, I'm not having a pocket knife. On the base, that you have shown it to me yourself. Your son gave it to you a couple of days before the start. The monogram is in on it, and you have it in your pocket, and now you're pretending as though I have it.
Because you have it. You took it to open the Coke bottle because you can open bottles with it. It was lying on the table next to the microscope, and you took it.
I took the knife?
Yes, that was today around noon while we were eating. Don't act as if you didn't know that.
Why should I take your knife if on the fridge we have a bottle opener?
That's not true. There is none. And I don't allow you to just put it over there.
Bah, your web of lies is way too tangled, my dear. If I have the bottle opener on the top of the fridge, and I know that it is there, why should I then take your knife?
But you have it. I can see how it's making that lump in your pocket.
Yeah, and I see how you're hiding behind in your own quarters. So there are only two options. Either you have hallucinations or you're lying. Because I don't have a knife. Because I never had a knife, and I now don't have a knife. If I had it or wanted to take it, I would have asked you before, and this would have been recorded on the recording. But I couldn't have known this in the morning, that in the evening the oxygen would leak. I can't see the future. I don't have a reason to get through to you from behind, to steal your knife while you were working at the microscope. You see, your train of thought is just plain gibberish. Just take a cold sip of water.
That's so low. And I always took you for an honest person, but they warned you of me. Even before on the basis, you have done a fast career. You went over bodies.
That's a deviation maneuver. Come on, please, let my career out of this. You constantly use the scheme of pretending that I am the culpable here. First it was the recorder, then the glass, now the knife. I don't know whether you're lying or you're just plain crazy. Anyways, you've become pretty dangerous. Actually, I should tie you up.
Don't come near me. Do you listen?
I would not come closer to you, even if you wanted to. I'm not that stupid. That would be a gambit.
Why a gambit? You're just talking garbage.
You really turned everything upside down. You've done this the whole time. First, you used that I was looking at the recording, the recorder. Then you dropped the glass and told everybody that I dropped the glass. Next, the knife with your monogram and that you really just had. So shall I tell you what else you've invented?
But what are you talking? You just said that you wanted to bind me.
I didn't say that. I just said I should because you're dangerous.
He just opened the knife.
Oh no, you did it.
Well, don't come near me. Don't.
I can't move any further because you're behind me with your knife. I have to evade you.
I am the one who has to evade you, you liar.
Mills is not stupid. He understands that he has demasked himself. He opened the knife, and now he tries to kill me with it.
Why are you lying?
Every time the same tactics.
Mal wieder gemerkt, Beweislast.
This is Mills has his knife, and I'm defenseless. This is why I take my geological hammer from the table.
There was no hammer on the table.
Please, no hammer. What did I just take?
Nothing. You just scratched your fingernails over the plate, and now you're preparing